Okay, good evening, students. You all were not there in the morning session, so welcome to all of you for the evening session today. And I think what I am figuring it out, the attendance is complete, and most of you are from 7th standard. Okay, fine. So I had taken up a lecture today on a very important poem, which is very heartwarming and heart-touching. This is written by Sir Rabindranath Tagore. He is a very eminent poet of English literature, very renowned, and of course, he is the one who's written our national anthem, which has bagged many prizes all over the world. Our national anthem is most recognized. So this poem, children, is very heart-touching because in this poem, have I given you the name? Okay, the name of the poem is The Paper Boats. Here there is an imagery of a small child, the wildest, the cutest, the heart-touching imagery which is there forever. The imagination of a child is being explained by the poet himself. Now the point is this, that the poet is placing himself in the shoes of the child. The poet has become a child himself when he is explaining this poem. And who is the poet? Rabindranath Tagore. Here the poet is trying to tell us how the child uses the vivid imagination and enjoys every moment of this poem. There are three very good examples which have been given in detail by the poet, and these are the imaginations of the small child. Well, we all know that the paper boats are perishable. They go, they're destroyed. They don't remain for a very long time. When they are in water, they are over after a little while. But here, the child has a vivid imagination where he wants to see the permanence of the paper boats. So when he makes that particular paper boat, the first instance which he does is, there are some very important flowers. They have a very good fragrance, and these flowers are Shuli flowers, and these flowers have got a very good fragrance. So he makes a paper boat, the small child, and then he puts Shuli flowers in the paper boat, and then he writes his name on the paper boat, and then when the child makes the paper boat sail, he has a vivid imagery that the paper boat would reach somewhere where somebody would enjoy the fragrance of the flowers. This is one example. Another, when the child sees up in the clouds, up on the sky, when the child sees, he sees a vivid imagination where he sees many boats, the clouds making boats, and after that he imagines that his paper boat and the paper boats and in the clouds, that boats, they are racing together with each other. What a vivid imagination. I was really captivated by it. The detail is more when we explain the poem. I'm just giving you a self-explanatory, a little gist, a conclusive, imaginative way of understanding the crux of the poem. Now when we go to the third level, there the child is tired or is taking rest, and then the vivid imagination takes place in a way, in a dream-like way. When you sleep and go into deep slumber, there you find what? Fairies coming, and then they have a basket, and then in that basket, that vivid imagination of the child, that in the boat the fairies are sleeping and they're taking him to the dreamland. Well, this is one way in which the child's vivid imagination has been concluded in this poem. Now, I would once like you to read the poem. I will make all of you also read it, but prior to that, I would read the poem myself to you and then get into the nitty-gritties and the detail of the poem. So now very carefully listen to the poem written by Rabindranath Tagore, a very eminent poet of English literature. Day by day I float my paper boat, one by one down the running stream. The big black letters, I write my name on them and the name of the village where I live. So heart-touching. I hope that someone in some strange land will find them and know who I am. I load my little boats and shuli flowers from our garden and hope that these bloom of the dawn will be carried safely to the land of the night. I launch my paper boat and look up into the sky and see the little clouds setting the white bulging sails. The imagery is explicit. I know not what playtime of mine in the sky sends them down the air to race with my boats. When night comes, I bury my face in my arms and dream that my paper boats float on and on under the midnight stars. The fairies of sleep are sailing in them, and the landing is their baskets full of dreams. Really, it is very heart-touching. And now over for today, the detailed explanation of it would be continued to you in your next session. So please don't be absent. And I can see and visualize on your faces that you all have really enjoyed what has been explained in this poem. I would give you a home task that you must read it again, and then tomorrow I will take up this in detail. Thank you so much. God bless you.